What's up, good people? Welcome back to another episode of Undrafted Views. We're here. We talk sports from the sidelines. And today we're going to discuss a few questions that we have regarding the Golden State Warriors, the Philadelphia 76ers, and the Washington Wizards. Let's get into it.
The Golden State Warriors look horrible right now. And I have to admit, I had them at the top of my Western Conference predictions, and I'm so embarrassed right now. But I would like to know, how will Draymond Green assist the Warriors now that he has returned?
He won't. You know what? Unless Steph Curry shoots and makes 60 points a night, it ain't happening for Golden State this year. I even had them, as making the playoffs in my preseason predictions for the playoffs. But right now, I don't see it. And I don't see where Draymond would add additional value. Production value as it relates to points. Defensively, yes. So will he bring something? Yes, he will bring a higher level of defense. I will give him that. And maybe that's what they need. But if you think defense alone is going to put points on the scoreboard, it's not. So welcome back, Draymond. But
I have to agree with you. Initially, Draymond will not help the Warriors much at all. But everybody knows Draymond is a defender. And he is like one of the best defenders in the entire NBA.
He was.
Now, last game.
He was.
Ooh, no, I think he still is. Now, look. Yes. And that's what they need. That's what they need. Okay. So here's what I think. Last game, Draymond played 18 minutes and he went 0 for 3 from the field. He played a very horrible game, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and 0 points. However, everybody knows Draymond is a defender. Okay. I know that he's out there talking on defense, making sure that screens are being set properly, and assistant James Wiseman. That's where he is going to help the most. I got to give it to Draymond. He can easily score 14 points, but he has to get back in shape. We need to get him back into the groove. And Steve Kerr needs to make the right adjustments.
Steve Kerr. All right. So Draymond, you think he going to do 15 points, average 15 points this season? The last time he averaged 15 points was in 2015. And if you've seen his point production since then, it has drastically changed. It's diminished. And I think one of the things that we have to understand that Draymond hasn't played in a year. Let's just be honest. Because if you count his play production last season, he didn't really do it then either, right? I mean, I guess if Steph is out and Durant is gone and Klay is out, you might as well sit Draymond down too. And that's exactly what happened. So he didn't even play that many games last season. So he's technically been out of rotation for about a year. So it's going to take him just as much time as it takes any other player that's been on injury reserve to come back into the game. And that's where we are with Draymond. So perhaps his added value may not show up initially, maybe mid-season or closer to the end of the season when he gets back, he gets his legs back up under him and he's finally able to provide his strong defensive character to the game and then perhaps give us maybe like 9 points because that's pretty much where he ended up in the season before that. So I think maybe that's where it is. But right now, none. He ain't gonna add nothing. No.
Wow. Well, you know what? I can tell you one thing. In the West, Golden State does not have much time.
No, they really don't.
Because right now they're sitting somewhere at the bottom of the Western Conference. It could be 12, it could be 15. At this point, it's all the same.
Yeah.
You don't have much time in the West to figure it out. So I need Steve Kerr within the next 5 to 8 games. Go ahead and figure out what the Golden State Warriors are going to do different. Now that Klay Thompson, we know for sure he is not coming back this season.
That's correct.
How are we going to play Kelly Oubre and how are we going to get Wiggins going? Because I think they're solid players. They're just not fit into the system properly.
I need a system adjustment overhaul, redo to happen. Absolutely. You cannot play the system that was built for Steph, Klay, Draymond, and the addition of Kevin Durant with the current players today. It's not going to work. So yes, you still have Steph, but you have other key players on the team that must contribute greatly for the success. Curry will not carry the Golden State Warriors to playoffs, not by himself. He's not going to do it.
No, he's not.
So will Draymond add value? Initially, no. Can he add value? Maybe in the future.
Wow. Okay.
Again, we will see as the season progresses.
Okay. That's fair. Okay. Moving on to the Philadelphia 76ers. The question was posed, what exactly do the Sixers need to do in order to win the NBA championship in 2021?
You ready?
Yeah.
Trade for James Harden.
No way. Absolutely not. No.
Yes. What you say?
No. I think they need to squash all the trade rumors and focus on what they have. Right now, the Philadelphia 76ers are number 1 in the Eastern Conference. Clearly, what they're doing and the staff that they have right now, coaching staff on down to the players, clearly that's working. We need to double down on that.
That's fair. I can support that. Absolutely. I think another thing that they need to do is make sure that Joel Embiid stays healthy. Yes. He is the key to the success of the 76ers. So if Joel Embiid does not remain healthy, if he misses any games for whatever reason, it will set the 76ers back, and they cannot afford to do that.
Well, the good news is, even if Joel has to miss a few games, you got Dwight Howard to come on in and fill that void.
You do. But Dwight Howard cannot put up points like Joel Embiid put up points.
Nah, he can't. That's why we have Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons shooting from 3 now.
Yeah. Oh, you know what's so funny? That Ben Simmons, poor thing. He made a 3-pointer. It was like, oh, Ben Simmons made a 3-point.
Yeah.
Don't do him like that.
It was a big deal. It was a big deal.
Good for him. He needs to do more of that. If they expect to win the championship in 2021. They just do. So yes, a healthy Joel Embiid and a Ben Simmons that finds his 3 ball.
Okay. All right. I'm pulling for Doc Rivers and the Sixers.
Okay. Oh, yeah, he don't. Doc, you don't want to go out like you did last season. You don't want to do that. Okay.
Cool. All right, cool. So now the Washington Wizards have finally won a game. Yay! But prior to their first win of the season, what was wrong with the Wizards at the start of the season?
Chemistry. Chemistry. And I know you're not going to like this, but your boy Russell Westbrook.
What about him?
It's funny how when he decides to rest, they win.
Don't even try it.
Is it a fluke? I'm asking the people. Is it a fluke or is he an issue?
He is not.
Okay, why?
Come on now. Russell Westbrook is an MVP of the league. He averages a triple-double, and he moved that same productivity over to the Washington Wizards. He came from the Houston Rockets, a clearly disorganized, all over the place franchise. He brought his talent down to DC to team up with Bradley Beal. And to be honest, a couple of people that nobody even knows. You got Thomas Bryant, Denny Avdia, and Hashimura. Nobody knows them, but yet they are still figuring out their identity. They're working on their chemistry, and I think they're going to be fine. Bradley Beal has played with John Wall for several years. So even Bradley has to do some adjustments. You know, Russ is a type A personality. You got to really figure out how to coexist with Russ. Once they figure that out, Washington Wizards, easy in a play-in tournament for the playoffs. Easy.
I don't see it. I don't see it. No, they'll be doing good to get above 15. I will see at the end of the season, there will be any slot between 11 and 15. Yeah.
Oh, so they're not going to make the play-in?
No.
You guys check the video on the Eastern Conference playoff predictions. Check Evay's lineup.
I don't think I had them.
I know I did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Run the tape.
And again, that was pre-prediction, preseason prediction. Now that they're playing, I'm going to just tell you this. Although the production level of Russell Westbrook is amazing, and he will get you a triple-double with his eyes closed. All of that will never have a team make it to the playoff. Win their conference. When has he done it?
When KD and Russ were teamed up in Oklahoma City.
Oh, he was young. He was young Russ then. Okay. He's older Russ now. Okay. You know what? I'm here for it. I would love to see the Wizards in a play-in tournament. Currently, I'm not hopeful, not with the record of 1-5, not because they just won their first win recently. We'll see how hopefully they'll continue to win early in the season. You know, everybody right now that is playing basketball, these teams get the season is still early. After game 10, we're mid-season at this point. I'm going to need these teams to step it up. So we'll see.
And by the 10th game for the Wizards, they'll be probably 5-5. Let's go, Russ.
She's biased, y'all. I'm telling you. For me, Washington Wizards, by game 10, they will be 2-8.
All right, we'll see. We shall see.
Okay, so that's a couple of questions that we have about these few teams. What questions do you guys have? Drop them down in the comments and let us know. And until next time,